Hello there. Hi. Want to play a game? I'm old Greg. Just kidding, everyone. I am an alcoholic, and my name is Mitchell Coleman, and I am also a father. And what a great, great feeling that is, and what a wonderful feeling a day like this is. I want to wish everyone happy Father's Day, and for all the fathers that are still here, love them. For all the fathers that are gone, remember them for who they were, and my prayers and love go out to everyone who has lost a father. And let's be fortunate that we're here today. Today is a beautiful day, and I got your daily reflections for today, June 20th, Father's Day, 2021. This one's titled Release from Fear. Also, this is still on step 6, entirely ready to have God remove these defects of character, which is such an important step. And sometimes I like to read these, and I have little subjects wrote down on the side so I can tell you exactly what I got from it. Other times, like today, I'm just going to read it like I'm at a meeting, and I'm just going to go off with whatever comes from my head and what I get from it, which usually tends to be some rambling, and I don't mind it. Uh-oh. Sorry, sneeze coming. Release from fear. The problem of resolving fear has 2 aspects. We shall have to try for all the freedom from fear that is possible for us to attain. Then we shall need to find both the courage and grace to deal constructively with whatever fears remain. That's from the book As Bill Sees It, page 61. And it continues. Most of my decisions, okay, I just gotta say, I'm on the highlighting of like last year or the year before too. I really like this one, obviously, because I highlighted the whole thing. And I'm like, really? Okay. Most of my decisions were based on fear. Alcohol made life easier to face. But the time came when alcohol was no longer an alternative to fear. One of the greatest gifts in AA, for me, has been the courage to take action, which I can do with God's help. After 5 years of sobriety, I had to deal with a heavy dose of fear. God put the people in my life to help me do that, and through working my 12 steps, I am becoming the whole person I wish to be. For that, I am deeply grateful. Fear. There's a lot of acronyms for fear, and one that stands out to me is from a book called Conversations with God. And if you can kind of understand what fear really is, fear to me is, being scared of something that you don't even know sometimes. You don't know what is going to happen, so we tend to be fearful of it as human beings because that's our defense mechanisms. We're meant to have some fear. Fear is normal, but the acronym I'm trying to think of is feeling excited and ready. And anyone, leave your comments on there too with your acronyms of fear, because I can't remember all of them. I know I can't remember. Oh well. Anyway, fear is very important. And there's different kinds of fear, like fear and anxiety are connected. And usually that fear is because you've done something wrong. So then that ensues the anxiety. That ensues the, I'm going to get caught. I'm living with this fear, this anxiety. And then to stop that fear for myself, that's when I would dive into a bottle. That's when I would go on a bender. And I just talked about this, like I have many times with people, and it's that's how you can get stuck in that vicious cycle of addiction and substance abuse, because you're holding in all this stuff, all this anxiety, all these resentments, this guilt, this shame. So you can numb it out with your drinking, with your drugs, with your sex. All that stuff will be gone for a moment. So say you go to bed and you wake back up the next morning hungover, feeling horrible. On top of that, all that anxiety and all that shame and guilt are going to pop right back in your head, and you're like, oh, freaking out. So you need to start the process over to numb it. And that's living your life in fear. And there is a freedom getting rid of all that, admitting all the things you've done, finding your sponsor, finding your accountability partner, someone you trust, and being able to share with them your deepest and darkest secrets and shames and regrets. And that's all you can do as a human. You can't live with these inside of you, or it's going to eat you up inside, or you're a sociopath with no empathy or feelings, which is not good. And that's why it's key, and that's why it's so hard to do this, because a lot of us do carry around a bunch of stuff still. Even people in recovery, because I've done it the first two times going around, I would still hold in a few things. And eventually those things come to light, because those are the hardest things to cope with, to deal with, to bring to the light. So once you can expose them for what they are, lay them on the table, let someone know about it. Because, I mean, think about it. You've never told anyone this stuff. So you're fortune telling. You're predicting the future of how this person's even going to judge you for this. And you do need to talk to your higher power. And I understand a lot of you do not have a higher power. And that is something that you will work out on your own time. And it is difficult. Some people are just going to choose not to believe in a higher power, which is not myself. But I pray for you, whether you believe my prayers work or not, that you do find something, and people do find something, and there is something. Just the fact that you're consciously aware that I'm talking to you right now, that you can look at the tree outside and be like, this is beautiful. And even if this was just a random thing that happened in space, boom, something happened, all this is here. There's a higher power there. Whether you want to believe it's a deity, like whatever deities you might want to believe in, or believe that it was God, whom I choose to call my higher power. But there is something more powerful than you, and you need to find out what that is. And talk to that person, that higher power. Talk to a person you trust, and write this stuff down, get it out, because you don't need to carry all this stuff around. It will come to life, and if it doesn't, then you're living in misery. So there's a benefit to certain things coming to light, and that's when we change. That's when we grow. That's when we become a better person, because I truly believe we're not all these bad people. The majority of the world is good people, and that can go off on a whole nother tangent that I would love to talk about. But I do believe most of us are trying to be good. I have made my mistakes. I have lied, I've cheated, I've stole. I can't change any of that. But I do know that I carried guilt from it, because it's not who I am. And I know who I am. And I will no longer live like that. So when I have been exposed for something stupid, that's when I've changed. And unfortunately, for the person I've hurt, it doesn't just happen for them. And that's part of the process, and that's like the catch-22 of all this, and it's very horrible. And life is a beautiful thing, and we all do make mistakes, and it doesn't define who we are. That doesn't mean that everyone will accept you back in their lives, but they can forgive, because we must all forgive, because you're carrying around resentment, another negative feeling, and all these things do affect our physical self. These negative feelings, they will hurt you physically. I mean, you could be on the verge of tears all the time, and that's not bad all the time, but you can go a little crazy. Your stomach can start hurting. I mean, we all know the things that come along with anxiety attacks and anger, and your blood and your heart rate and all that. And it's just so good to find the peace of mind to just accept what is happening when we are in that moment, And I was just talking to a friend on Facebook about this, and it is hard when you're in that moment, especially for addicts, because we want to go to what we know will numb the pain. Even then, though, it gets to a point where you're in your addict life where that's not even helping numb the pain. You're already depressed, and you're getting more depressed. You're just sitting there, and then that can pop up to other things. You could start becoming suicidal, all that stuff, which is insane to think about, because I was there, and to think about where my mind is now when I'm going through some of the toughest things ever, that I don't want to end my life. And to me, that lets me know how much this program has helped, how much you guys help, how much my willpower has helped, how much my higher power above all, and my connection to that higher power helps me get through all of this stuff. And it is hard, and it's going to be difficult, and it's going to suck, and we can't fall back just because something bad happened or we did something. And you don't live in that mistake. You don't judge yourself constantly for that. You aren't that person. Just because you made a mistake does not make you that person. You just need to find someone to talk to about it. And once you do, you will realize that you're a human, that so many people do the same exact thing that you've done. And people work through it, and some people don't, but you have to forgive yourself, and that's all that matters. You forgive yourself and you move on, and you enjoy your life, and you have that clean slate. You don't have to worry about anything anymore. You have no stains on your soul anymore, and it's a wonderful feeling. And it's still going to be hard. I like saying that again, just remind you, it's going to be hard, and these thoughts are going to pop up. Things will pop up that will remind you of situations. And that will be hard, but that's when you have to be self-aware, and you have to sit in that moment, sit in that feeling, go off somewhere, stop talking to someone, just tune out, focus on that feeling, and really try to be like, where is this feeling coming from? Why am I in this feeling? And usually you can navigate yourself to that exact reason, and a lot of the time that reason is something we've done, so that's what it is. And that's where it turns into the whole, you have to forgive yourself, you have to talk to someone else. We all need that reassurance. You're not going to get any reassurance or any help if you just hold all that stuff inside. And that's all I got today. A nice long one. I'm just very fortunate to be alive today. I am so happy to be able to share these messages with you guys, and as long as the internet is around, these messages will live long after I'm dead, and someone can come across it and realize that, you know, that's life, and we all struggle with the same things, and life is a beautiful thing, and we can all get through it, and we can all work together. And please share this with your friends or people you know that are in the addicted lifestyle. I don't know how to word that right now, but also just please subscribe to my channel, and please share this with recovery pages, you know, or anyone that it might be able to help. That's my whole goal, and this week has really been an eye-opener, because I have received a lot of good news for my channel of helping people and networking, and you know, I'm gonna have to start doing that better, actually sharing it better than just on YouTube, because that's my whole goal, is I just want to help people. So, you know, I had a friend reach out, and that felt great. I have another guy, two different guys actually now from my channel being shared on Instagram that I've been talking to, and one of them's having a rough time with his brother that is a heroin addict. And obviously I won't say the names, but I realize I need to make a video of how we can deal with family members that are in this life. It's very difficult, and we all have someone that's in it, and it's a difficult thing to navigate as well, because they're adults. But sidetracking, I love all you guys. Happy Father's Day. My love and my best wishes go out to all of you fathers, all of you great fathers. I love you, Dad. I love you, Stephen Coleman. You are an awesome father. I love you, Joe. I love you, Shannon. I love my family, really, you know, and I love all the dads. I love Ryan, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to make a whole nother Father's Day video. I love all you guys, and happy Father's Day. And I do just want to say, rest in peace to Kurt Carpenter, who was a good man, a very, very active person in sobriety, and he has passed away. And my deepest regrets, condolences, should I say, and my love goes out to his family and my ex. You know, it's because we didn't work out does not mean I did not have love, and I do have love, and I will miss that man, and I'm very happy that I was able to write him a letter before he passed away and make amends with him. And that's why it's so important that we do these things before. Either way, I know he's with us all, and all the fathers that are not with us anymore, they're all here with us in spirit. And I love all of you guys, and I just wish you the happiest Father's Day. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the ones that love you. All right, guys, one day at a time. Peace.